The channel, guys, and this is part 2 of me opening up my extra Decepticon crystals. We will do it 10 at a time, and because this is a continuation of the last video, we'll just get right to it. Again, the hope is to do about 600-ish crystals within 15 minutes. And I will try my best to commentate as much as possible, but you know what? Talking about Transformers is easy, but it's strictly about, like getting through a quick screen like this and trying to add value is a little harder. And then there's the load time right here. But I will try. You know what? I should double check. Like, okay, so I got C-Clamp and Cicadacon. So do I get... I do get... Okay. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I was getting Combiner Spark with these guys. Alright, so they... Regardless of it being alt faction that will not give you a Combiner, they will still give you Combiner Spark. So that got me a little happy. I forgot for half a second. And I was getting low on Combiner Spark. And I kind of wish there was more ways to get Combat Bot Spark. Alright, bunch of 3 stars, so no problem. Or a couple of 3 stars. Ooh, 2 4 stars. That's great. And I just got Dirtbag like 15 minutes ago. 5-star shards. Love seeing it. What if I'll get right to a 5-star, a new 5-star bot? I don't think so. That's a lot to ask. And with all honesty, I don't know. Like in my head, because that's such a far-speaking goal, I have a lot of 4-star Decepticons to still open up. So for me to get enough 4-star dupes of my alt faction that I don't have that many of, and just as I'm saying something, I get a new 4-star. Viper. People joke about how Nose Cone is like one of the worst in the game. Ooh, here's a contender for you. But what I was mentioning was, like for me to get enough 4-star dupes from premium crystals to get up to a 5-star bot, I feel like that's a little bit of a stretch. But let's see. I'm more confident that I will get, new 4-star Thundercracker. I'm more confident that I'll get, more 4-star characters, more 4-star Decepticons than 4-star dupes, since I'm missing so many of them. But I don't know, like opening crystals like this, it kind of, like messes with like the way RNG works, right? It's like, we'll use Dirtbags as an example, right? Like, so ever since playing on this account, or ever since like Dirtbag has been out, right? I didn't get him. Then all of a sudden, after I get him, I get a dupe right away. It took like months to years to get him in the first place, and then an immediate dupe. So when you talk about, hey, you have a 2% chance, it's like, hey, was it really a 2% chance, got his duplicates so quick. Yeah, to me, like sometimes that math doesn't feel right. And of course, like the devs in the background, they'll never specifically say something like, "Hey, like we had to tweak things." So you can't say you tweaked anything because it's supposed to be random, right? Like pretty much the only thing that's not random in this game is uh, getting Titan upgrades and Optimus Primal and Beast Wars Megatron. Like those are the only few things that are not random. Everything else is supposed to be like a evenly played or like an even field, I guess. I think I probably said it, but I forgot it. But it's supposed to be like that, where it's just like, hey, you, you know, they call it not gambling, but then it's gambling, and then it's like, no, we can't do that. Yeah, I think I'm rambling about that too much. Anybody who puts money into this game probably has that same ramble, though. Like when buying a character pack and not getting like the 4-star of that character. I remember I was one character away from Optimus Maximus. He was going to be my first combiner, a first 3-star combiner. So I waited for a Mirage pack, and I spent the highest amount on it, which was $100 at the time. And I didn't get a 3-star Mirage. I was like, whoa. That, to me, that didn't feel right at all. And the worst part was, like, so I didn't get it in the pack, but you see how, like with all these dupes, it eventually adds up to a higher tier crystal. So I got Mirage that way. I didn't even get him through his character pack. I got him through the RNG immediately after opening up all his crystals from his pack. I didn't get anybody else. And like I said before, it was just the 3-star one I was looking for at the time. I remember it fairly clearly, and it was very off-putting. Thundercracker. Just a gold. All these duplicate base defense cores, I'm getting to that point that I don't know really what to do with them. I remember somebody said something about that on a stream a while back, and the devs' quick response was, upgrade other cores, and it was just like, but we got G metals everywhere. We're just upgrading other cores for the sake of upgrading cores, so we don't hit the 5,000 core cap. And unfortunately, they snickered about it, but that's exactly what the case was. And I have a lot of level 10 cores that I'm never going to use. But at least they're there, so when the time comes, I'm going to, like smelt them down into the new prime core, the defense prime cores, base defense prime cores. Yeah, I hope they allow us a way to use their character shards to get G metal G1 cores. To me, that would be a little helpful. Maybe even like combine the two things together, like hey, we have X amount of silver cores, not enough to make a golden core. Or we have 9 golden cores. Can we use some character shards to fill in the gap? Definitely not add the 2 of them together, because then that just makes the game that much harder. Maybe harder is not the right word, but it does take something away from the game. Feels like it would make it a little bit worse. Now the good news is that it looks like it's slowing down with giving me new characters. And not specifically saying the uptake for dupes are happening, but actually, I don't even know if that's a good thing. You heard me say earlier that I'd like to have more characters. So give me as many characters as possible before giving me the dupes. Yeah, see another duplicate Shattered Glass Thundercracker. I could be missing like 40 Decepticons, but I'm getting dupes. I mean, that it genuinely, again, it should be saying something. Okay, I like what I see right there, the explosive shell G-metal. I already have it though. I feel like I just unmounted. No, I didn't do it for that one. I recently unmounted a G-metal for a Prime Core. I just can't remember what it was. I'm not sure if it was an explosive shell one. Let's see, did I get just a gold? All right. Now I was going through this a little quick, so when at the end of all this, I'm going to assume I didn't get a G-metal G1 core, even though I got a G-metal base defense core. Ripper Snapper. What do you give me? Gold core. At least I know I got some combiner spark from Scavenger. Yep. All right, this will be the last one, and then I'll close off this video. So similar to other videos, if you did like the video, feel free to hit the like button. If you have some constructive criticism, feel free to leave it below. And last part, you know, I will be making more videos, no specific time frame, but feel free to subscribe if you want to see them, all right? So thank you so much, guys, and under 15 minutes. Have a good one.